Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming out. We had a really productive weekend. Went a little longer on Saturday, 160 snaps on the scrimmage, but we got into a situation with a couple of drives offensively that talk about consistency, and I wanted them to be able to continue the drive so that they did a good job, and then defensively came back and responded, and we ended up with a 2-minute drill on both sides. Wanted a couple different quarterbacks to get that situation, and so carried a little longer, but came out of it really injury-free, fortunate in that regard. And it was fun to see today that corrections we made defensively, we're able to make them out on the field today, in live fire. So we're getting a lot better, and I'm excited to see where we'll get at the end of this week, because it's our challenge to make sure that everything we do goal-wise by position groups, and then both offense and defensively, the improvement that we can make over a period of time. The week this week structured about like last week as far as number of plays and volume of work, and so I think we take a lot of strides just like we did last week. I think we got a lot better yet to get.
After being able to kind of review it, anything individually jump out and
well, I thought Drew Locke at the quarterback position did a really nice job on making guys ride a couple times. Formations, getting everybody exactly the spacing and all the different techniques that it takes to get those lined up exactly correct where you need to. He took control of that, which was nice to see. Beckner did some really good things defensively. Kel Garrett did some nice things also defensively. And then, I think, from an offensive standpoint, we've got a lot of playmakers, and they consistently caught the football the other day, which was fun to see. And both Larry Roundtree and Nate Strong both had productive days for kind of really first time out for those guys in a while, especially for Nate being banged up last year some, and then coming out and getting some work, and Larry has got a chance of being a really good player.
Barry, you talked about what Drew did. Is that just a product of being with the system that Josh has for a year now under his belt?
This through experience, yeah, and he's put in 1,000,000 hours of work on his own and preparation and understanding exactly where we need to be lined up, and the width or the spacing that we need on the different route concepts. And then he made some checks with some things we were giving him defensively at the line of scrimmage that put them in a right spot on what he thought he was getting ready to see. So a number of different factors go into that, but absolutely him second year in this system, and then also he's a pretty smart kid and a student of the game.
Did you try to put him in some situations on purpose to see how he'd handle checking and stuff?
Yeah,
like
we
this
lined up in
year?
some things the other day defensively that I don't know where they came from. So we've got a long ways to go too defensively. But we did. We tried to make it as live as we could on a scrimmage situation or a game-like situation, but also script some things working together on both sides to make sure that we got enough looks offensively for them to look at, and then they did enough for us with all the motions and all the stuff that they did the other day that can cause problems. We got a lot of work. I'm anxious to, we've got a little time yet before our first game, but I'm kind of anxious to get into game week.
Do you expect